As we were talking in the last segment about anticipatory guidance, one of the first things we look at is diet and nutrition. And one of the questions I get is, what foods are healthy for my kid, or should I they can't have any sweets or any desserts, and that's not true. Obviously, everybody's seen the food pyramid, and that's what we really want to base their diet on. What I've found, used to be 20 years ago, the major culprit was candy and things that had a lot of sugar in it, and obviously those things still affect us. But it was more in the food substance, sticky candy and those type things. What we're seeing now is with the advent of all the sports drinks and all the juices and even milk, which has a lot of calcium, but it also has sugar in it, is that these drinks, not by and of themselves are problems, but what I see happening a lot and what our profession has seen, one of the biggest problems is they're put in dispensers that don't spill. And so what happens, and I loved them, is when my kids were young, I loved the sippy cups because they could drop it and it wouldn't spill, and that's great. But for most young children, I'd say average age of 3, they're going to eat probably 5 times a day. 3 meals and 2 snacks in between the meals, and that's fine. And if they have a juice or a sports drink or something with that, that's fine. But then over the next 2 hours, they shouldn't have anything that has calories. Basically water, unsweetened tea, and there's some drinks out there on the market that don't have calories. If they don't have calories, they don't definitely have any sugar or carbohydrates, and so those are safe. But what happens is when you eat or drink, you get a large rise in acid in your mouth, and that's normal. That's starting digestion. Over the next 2 hours, that level drops down, so the pH or the acid level in your mouth goes way down. What I find with these sippy cups and other things that don't spill is little Johnny has breakfast, grabs his apple juice afterwards, and hauls it with him. And so as the acid level starts to go down, 15 minutes later, he takes a hit of apple juice. Well, that acid level goes back up. And so instead of going down and coming down, it kind of stays on the top all day long. And basically, if you take anything and put it in a bucket of acid, it's going to dissolve. And that's basically what a cavity is. So foods, yes, we don't like the really sticky, sweet foods that have a lot of sugar, but we also really want to watch the drinks and the frequency of the intake of these drinks.